Every month we have a theme as we are working on what we want to put out for the weekly Thoughtfully Fit tips blog that comes out usually every Wednesday. And then there's the Thursday Facebook Live recording video. And we try to think about a theme that will carry through for that month. Now, you may or may not notice that there is a theme. Maybe now you will start to notice, so we better make sure that we do a great job on this. And this month we're talking about energy and how when you are thoughtfully fit and you coach yourself to more, that you can have more energy. And there's this notion that your emotional energy is a finite resource, just like your physical energy is. So this weekend, I did a double workout, went to kickboxing, and then afterwards went to my triathlon team training, and we had a 2-hour bike. Holy cow, my physical energy when I left, I was done. I was drained. I was exhausted. There was nothing left. As a matter of fact, the next day when I did my workout, for a while we had to get our heart rates up to a certain level, and I couldn't get my heart rate up to that level because my legs were so exhausted. And I realized that my physical energy was still depleted. In the same way, your emotional energy can get depleted. And one of the things that I'm encouraging and inviting you to do is to pause and think about what depletes your energy. Where do you feel like your energy is drained? And to focus on those things that don't waste or lower your energy. Instead, focus on things that give you energy. I went to a seminar years ago and they talked about being around things that are life-giving. And in our family, we use that word a lot, it kind of oftentimes jokingly. Now, was that very life-giving? I don't know if that was very life-giving, but in reality it's about things focusing on relationships and tasks that give you energy instead of drain it. And the key is to be able to choose whether to spend your time and energy on those things that drain you. And I would love to invite you to step into a perspective that you have the choice to be able to spend time and energy on those people and tasks that give you more energy, that don't drain you. And so that's the first option. Choose where you want to be spending your time. Now, some of you may say, okay, that all sounds great, Darcy, but I can't choose. My fill in the blank. Mother-in-law is over the top. My boss is draining. If I could get a different boss, I would, but I can't. Well, you could. You could change your job. You could quit. You could move on. But I get it. And so for those places where you feel like you can't just make a choice to spend your time elsewhere with people who are life-giving, then can you let go of the anger and the frustration and instead focus on what you can do in those situations that aren't life-giving? And maybe what can you do differently? There's an opportunity when you take the time to pause and to think. Remember, this is the core, the Thoughtfully Fit core. You pause, think, act. And in the think, that's where you ask questions. So you pause. Give yourself some time to pause and think about what's draining my energy in this relationship and what are the possibilities? What might I be able to do in this situation, in this relationship? especially if you're feeling stuck. And this could be a place where you grab a friend and you just say, hey, can you work through this with me? I'm stuck. I feel like a victim. I feel like there's no other options. This relationship, this person is draining me. I'm not sure what to do about it. Can you ask me some tough, thoughtful questions? I don't want advice. I don't want you to fix it. I don't want you to change it. I don't want you to judge me. I just need to step into a perspective of creating some new awareness. And I see it happen over and over and over again with clients that I coach. And of course, as the coach, that's what I'm doing for them. I'm asking those powerful questions to help them come up with what's a different perspective. And sometimes it starts with, what's hard about this? Where are you stuck? What isn't working? And then we might go, then it's like, oh, okay, it's not the fact that my boss is a jerk. It's the fact that every time I want to take on a new project, he blocks me. Oh, okay, so you can start to narrow it in and figure out what is the source of the problem? What is the obstacle? Oh, okay, so that's and then when they start to have this new awareness, like that's the problem, then all of a sudden there's access to new actions. I say that all the time. With new awareness comes new actions. This whole model, Thoughtfully Fit, is teaching you to coach yourself, to ask yourself those questions, or to ask them of other people, or to ask other people to ask them of you. I think that got really confusing, but you get the point. And hold up the mirror to say what you're noticing in my energy when I answer these questions, because there's a lot of wisdom there. And so I challenge you to identify what relationships and situations drain your energy and either make a choice to not go there and not do those things, or if you have to stay or you're choosing to stay, then to identify for yourself, how can you let go of the anger, the frustration, the fear, the whatever it is that drains your energy, and show up differently and redesign that relationship or that situation. And let me know how it goes. Shoot me an email, send me a note. I love to hear when I get comments, fabulous failures and successes. And stay tuned for next week for your weekly Thoughtfully Fit tips. And join me live on Thursdays for Thoughtfully Fit Thursday on Facebook. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.